Hi guys, in another example of how much of a charlatan Robert Jenrick is, and I have to ask the question, does anyone still believe a word that comes out of this guy's mouth? Well, he's reaching out to renters and suggesting that the problem is the Labour government not building enough homes and not dealing with immigration, which is extremely ironic. Have a listen to this.
You a young person renting? Well look, I've got bad news for you. Under Labour, the number of new homes being built has fallen. And what makes it even worse? Most of the new homes being built, they're going to go to newly arrived immigrants. Labour are screwing you. So what's the answer? It's supply and demand. Build more homes and end mass migration.
Okay, so first of all, when it comes to housing, the Conservatives didn't build enough houses. There were record low levels of housing when the Conservatives were in charge. Now, Robert Jenrick is attacking the Labour government for not building enough homes. Okay, but they have set a target for the end of this Parliament, and we're only 1 year in. So, while I'm not going to carry any water for the Labour Party or the Labour government, you have to give them time. I think their ambition is too great. I think there are significant problems that they may or may not be able to overcome. But at the moment, you have to give them a chance. They have to start building these homes. But the Conservatives are in no position to criticise them because they refuse to build enough houses. I think it was net zero number of new houses built in one period when the Conservatives were in charge. Now, they tried to change things towards the end, but it was too late at that stage. And then when it comes to immigration, well, record numbers were coming in as a result of Brexit, thanks to Nigel Farage and the Conservative Party. And Nigel Farage can't get off the hook here because he supported Boris Johnson. He stood down candidates to make sure that Boris Johnson got into power. And what happened after Brexit? We saw a decline in the number of migrants coming from the EU, and we saw a mass increase in the number coming from outside the EU. And why is that the case? Well, when the UK was a member of the EU, most of the migrants would come over from the EU on their own, or maybe with a partner, but that would be it, because they were not that far from home. But now that people are coming from further afield, a lot of them are bringing their families with them, and this is seeing a massive increase in migration numbers. Now, who is responsible for that? Well, the Conservatives. So the Conservatives don't get to turn around now and criticise Labour for mass migration numbers when they're the ones who fueled it. Now, when it comes to house building, there is a problem. A lot of the housing is not going to migrants. It's actually, a lot of it is going to private enterprises. And I'm not talking about private landlords. I'm talking about hedge funds, corporations. They're buying up a significant amount of new builds and they're locking them in as rented accommodation. And this is blocking people, young people in particular, from getting on the property ladder. So this is something, of course, the Conservatives will not talk about. They're instead focusing on immigration, which they're responsible for, and they're attacking Labour for not building enough houses. Yes, they're not building enough houses, but you're not in a position to level that criticism. Now, there are people stupid enough who will believe what Robert Jenrick is saying. They believe that the Conservatives are right on this issue. No, they're completely wrong. They should go away and be forgotten about. But unfortunately, people like Robert Jenrick keep turning up. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.